What's going on? This is Senis Cosmic, and I welcome you back to another episode of Unstuck, what I like to call Escaping the Matrix. Today, I have with me in the studio, in my home studio, a very amazing woman of God. She's a gospel music artist. She's based in the United States, and I brought her into the studio today for us to delve deeper into her life and her ministry. So without much ado, I would like to introduce Sister Melody Frempong to the studio. How are you doing, Sister Melody?
Pretty good, pretty good. And yourself?
I'm doing good. Thank you, thank you. I want to thank you so much for honoring this invitation.
My pleasure.
That speaks to your humility and the work that you do.
Well, we've been called to duty, so wherever they call us, we have to go. So I had to honor your invitation.
Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. So to get things started, for our audience who don't know who you are, who is Melody Frempong?
Okay, to everybody who's watching me right now, God richly bless you for tuning in and introducing myself. As we all know, I am Melody Frempong, a gospel recording artist. Also, I'm a born-again Christian, and I'm using that my gift that God has given me to also spread the news, as He said, go into the world and make nations, make known my name to many nations. So basically, that's what I can tell you for now. I'm also from the eastern region of Ghana.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I'm from Ghana. For those who don't know, I am a full Ghanaian,
Right.
full Akan.
Right. Okay. So how was growing up in Ghana like?
Growing up in Ghana was not an easy thing. You know, there's an African, or I would say Ghanaian saying that goes like, "Yawu tu si yesua, unche tenetene yet." However, young one to so say, you know how you have to struggle for life.
Right.
I was raised in the village, so I spent some part of my life in the village.
Okay.
Until I was about the age of 8, and then we relocated from the village to Ashaiman.
Okay.
Which is another
I'm familiar with Ashaiman.
hot city in Accra.
Ghana, yeah.
And from Accra we moved to from Ashaiman, I'm sorry, we moved to Accra. And growing up in the village was not so easy, my brother, I can tell you for a fact. Because first of all, there's no electricity. As of the time that I was there was no electricity. So having access to certain things as we have today was not there. In terms of even food, nutrition was not even one thing you even have to think about.
Right.
So I can remember at that time when I was in that village that most of the time I would come from school and I'm always complaining of stomachache, because most of the time you don't have no breakfast except your friend is saying,
Right.
I'm PCA in the morning where you have to go to school.
Right.
So the village life was kind of tough. And there was a time that you have to first go to the farm and come back before you can even go to school.
Wow.
Yeah. So it wasn't that easy. And in Accra too, hey, before I even got to school, I was way older. So bullying was one of the things that I was facing growing up in Ghana. My friends in school, because hey, when you being in class 4, I was like almost 13, 14 years.
Wow.
At that time.
Wow.
So can you imagine how life was for me?
Right.
Very difficult.
I can see.
Yes, but I had to pull it through. Thanks be to God for grace and wisdom. Through it all, we have been able to pull it through up until now. So life has not been that easy.
Right.
Growing up in Ghana.
So at what point in your life did you decide to go into music?
When we relocated in from the village to Accra. The only church that I have known all my life is Church of Pentecost. So
Okay.
that's where I started.
I attend the Church of Pentecost as well.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So that's where I started singing. I started with the Sunday school all the way to the youth, and then eventually there was a group that I joined in Accra.
Okay.
Yes, in New Boy Town at that time.
Okay.
So, I commercially started the music about 12 years ago.
12 years ago.
Yeah, commercially.
Wow.
But I would say all my life, I've been singing wherever I go.
So at what age, when growing up, at what age did you know that you have this calling of ministry?
Like I said, from age 8 up until now,
Right.
I've seen it. There are times that you have the urge so much that you can't live without it.
Right.
But coming to realization itself, it's like 12 years ago.
Okay. Okay. Got it. So you being based in the United States, how do you balance doing music?
It's quite challenging.
Right.
Very challenging, my brother. First of all, as a mother of 4 children,
Wow.
and then as a wife, and then also as a musician,
Right.
it's very challenging. But by the grace of God, I have support from the family.
Okay.
I have support from my mother, who has been around for quite some time. And she usually hold on to the kids for me. Be the nanny when I'm away.
Okay.
And my husband is also very supportive. The rest of the family is also here. My mother-in-law,
Okay.
who is of equal help, my sister-in-law. So everybody, I have a very good friend who also supports me, helps me when I'm not around. So it's not cool, but we are able to pull it through Jesus Christ.
Amen. Amen. Tell us a little bit about your educational background.
School.
Right.
School. I started primary school in Ghana. One of the schools that I started with was Cosmos Preparatory School.
Okay.
In Accra.
There's a school named Cosmos
Preparatory
School. Oh,
school.
interesting.
And as we relocated, we moved to another area. And so I joined another school called Most Holy Heart.
Gotcha.
That's another primary school where I continued.
Right.
And then eventually I ended up with Golden Child Preparatory School. And that's where I got my basic education, which has been changed now to JHS.
Okay.
Okay, so I finished from there, and then I went to Infantiman Girls Secondary School.
Right.
So that was the place. After that, I came to America.
Okay.
So it's been a few courses here and there. So it hasn't been much. Like, I wouldn't say a higher degree, but
Okay.
at least I have my secondary school education.
Got you. So talking about your gospel music career, is this something that you do as a career, or do you see it as a ministry or calling?
You see, I would say both of them.
Right.
Because, like I said, when you wouldn't even realize it from the beginning until it becomes demanding.
Okay.
So right now, I would say it's a call upon my life, because that was the purpose of my being.
Right.
I'm here on this earth to sing, to glorify God.
Okay.
And as I sing, to lift his name up, he will draw men to himself. So that is my purpose. So I would say it's a call for me. But along the way, as we are going on, it becomes so demanding that you can't add another job to it.
I agree.
So then, in the human term, or physically, we will call it a career.
A career. Okay.
So I would say it's both.
So would you say that you will still do what you are doing now, regardless of whether you are getting paid or not?
Of course, I would do it regardless.
Okay, so
because I get fulfilled.
Right.
And life, it's more about getting fulfilled.
Fulfilled, yes, that is true. So I would say it's more of a ministry and a calling for you rather than a career. The career is just an added bonus, but it's really not the reason why you are into gospel music, I believe.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So which one of your songs brought you into the mainstream?
I would say the Victory album.
Okay.
Which most people have heard the song Inkunim.
Right.
Right. You know the lyrics, right?
Okay.
That song is what really made people get to know who Melody was.
So what is it about that song that actually inspired you? What inspired you to write that song?
In fact, if anybody is watching me, I just say a very big thing thanks to Reverend Boama, who is in London. He wrote that song for me.
Okay.
And in fact, the message in the song is so powerful that I just couldn't let go of that song. You know, when you read the scriptures in Corinthians, the Bible tells us that glory be to God, that He has given us Jesus Christ, that He has become our victory. And then I came to know that victory is through Jesus Christ.
That's true.
So for many years that we've been wondering, we've been trying to figure out where am I going to get victory.
Right.
It's wrong.
That's true.
Because He has already won the battle for us on the cross. You see, when David and Goliath met to fight, he said, "Oh, you are coming to me with all these ammunitions and all of that.
Right.
I am coming to you with a name that you defiled." You know?
Yeah.
So we have a name that is so powerful that nothing can be compared to that name.
That is true.
And this name, Jesus Christ, at the mention of that name, every knee bows.
Amen.
And every tongue confess that
Amen.
Jesus is Lord.
Amen.
So I see no reason why my victory has been given to me through Jesus Christ.
Amen.
And He has fought the battle for me.
Yes.
So I will stand there and say, "Oh, I will be well. It will be well." I have to say it is well.
It is well. I agree with you, sister.
You know?
I agree with you.
So that song, in fact, that is the inspiration. The message in it is so powerful. It's so strong. When you read the scriptures in Isaiah, he said, he's the one that he took our peace upon him.
Yes. Okay. We are going for a short commercial break, and when we come back, we will continue this interview. Don't go away.
And
Welcome back to Unstuck, what I like to call escaping the matrix. And here in my home studio, I'm here with Sister Melody Frempong, a Ghanaian gospel artist who is based here in the United States. What are some of the challenges associated with being a Ghanaian gospel artist?
Okay. There are a lot of challenges, but I can dwell on very few for you. First of all, the financial support is very challenging.
Okay.
You know, you as an artist, you have come to realize that, oh, I can sing, I can do this. With God, all things are possible. However, there is no financial support for you to be able to even go to a studio to start a recording.
Right, that's true.
Now, after you have even recorded the song, if you try your own kakra from family members and then you get the money for the studio, once that is done, then followed by the promotion.
Right.
Now, to be able to promote a song to the level where everybody is going to know, say, there is a song in the system, that takes a lot of money.
Yeah.
Besides the money, you need someone who also has to guide you, like a manager, a manager stroke a producer,
right,
at the same time. You know, manage you and have someone who knows where you are supposed to be, when you're supposed to be there, and also someone who has a lot of connections in the music industry.
Got you.
So financial, and then having a good producer and a manager.
So do you have a manager?
I do have a manager.
So,
I work with Cibex music production.
Oh, okay. So is your manager the same as your producer, or you have somebody else producing you?
He does both.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So.
All right. How do you feel about your nomination for the Ghana Music Awards USA?
Very exciting.
Right.
Very, very exciting. In fact, the day that I woke up in the morning to find my phone full of text messages, congratulations from A to Z, it was quite exciting.
Okay.
The fact that I am doing what I've been called to do.
Okay.
But for people to also know that truly this is what she's doing, it was very, 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 I was very, very happy about it.
Where do you see your music going in the next 5 years?
I see my music touching a lot of souls in the next couple of years because of the messages that God has been giving to me, and the fact that I want to dwell on victory, the victory on the cross.
Amen.
So it's going to touch a lot of believers who don't really understand what Christ did on the cross for us. And also make people who don't even know him come to know him.
Amen.
Because most of the time we have turned this Christian thing to some form of religion. So the people who are out there and don't know Christ think that when they become a Christian, they have to have some special thing that they have to be doing to be in that sheepfold.
Okay.
But that's not what it is. God, in his own infinite wisdom, gave his son for free. And all you need is faith in him.
Amen.
So I see that my music is going to educate people, is going to inspire people, and it's also going to bless them.
Amen.
To understand the message on the cross.
Right. When I listen to your music, you remind me of Sister Diana Hamilton.
Okay.
Because of the quality in your in your voice that I hear.
Okay.
So, who in the music industry, the gospel music industry, that you would say you look up to?
There are a lot of them, but I will mention a very few. I look up to Mama Esther Nyamiche.
Okay.
I know you might probably.
Okay.
know,
Yeah. Ahead of her.
Yes, and I look up to Esther Smith,
Okay. Wow.
Cindy Thompson.
Okay.
I also look up to our dear Mother's Tego sisters. A lot
Right.
of them. I mean, I
Those
can't
are like
mention.
those are like
You
you know the Hall of Fame of how will I put it, gospel music artists in Ghana. I'll put it like that. Yeah, because I remember growing up, I was like 5 years when I was listening to those people, sing, and it's amazing because even up till today, like I remember some of their music. So, is there anything you would like to tell your fans who are watching us right now?
Oh, they should watch out for me that I'm coming out with a new song
Okay.
next year, God willing. However, the new one that is already there,
Okay.
which is Boyeno.
Boy, yeah.
I am begging everybody to go and subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Okay.
And also continue to share, because we're still praying. We're still praying that the Lord will hear our prayer. You see, as we are talking now, we can't go to places.
That is
we can't
true.
hold events because of this COVID thing. So if they can join me in prayer, I think God will intervene. So
Amen.
I need them to
Amen.
join me. And also go on my social media handles.
Okay.
They should go and follow. Go on Twitter, follow. Go on Instagram, follow. And Facebook, follow. All
Okay.
the names are Melody Frempong.
Okay, good.
Except Instagram, which is Frempong Melody. So that's what I want to tell my fans.
Okay, good. Thank you everyone for taking the time to watch this interview. I would like you to share this with your family and friends, and don't forget to like our page on YouTube and also on Facebook, and don't forget to follow Sister Melody Frempong as well on social media. She's on YouTube, she's on Facebook, and I believe she's on Instagram as well.
Yes, I'm on Instagram. And also,
Right.
let them go and download the songs.
Go and download the songs. Where? On YouTube or where?
Be supportive. It's on Deezer,
Okay.
Apple Music.
Okay.
It's also on iTunes.
Okay.
All the digital platforms that you can think of.
Wow.
Once you go there and look for Melody Frempong, you'll find all my songs.
You heard it for yourself. Go right now and download her songs to support her ministry. So until next time, remember, don't let someone's perception of you become your reality. My name is Enes Cosmic, and have a great day.